Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. You can probably hear me faster than you see my face move, but that's because we're having a little buffering issue. But as you know, it's never about me, it's always about our guest. And I have the incredibly talented Camille Rose is with us. She's going to perform a song. She's a musical guest and the first one of 2022 here on the TED Show. I love the title of her show, ABC Always Be Confident. This is great. And we're going to learn all about her. Welcome, Camille, and thank you for being patient with this craziness. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. Thank you. So you all, I'm going to take myself off a lot when I ask Camille questions because I want you to focus on her and not me moving around crazily. So I told you before we went live, Camille, the audience loves the origin story. They want to know about you. They want to know, kind of, did you sing in front of your family? How did you know you wanted to be in music? Kind of the journey to get here. So give us a little background on you.
Of course, right. So I initially started by singing gibberish in the backseat of my parents' car. And they said that I would walk around the house babbling and singing, even though I didn't really know how to say any words yet, and that I just wouldn't shut up. I just kept singing. And so they would send me to the same summer camp every single year, and they would have the karaoke machine in the music room, and I'd always be in the music room burning CDs in the early 2000s and singing on the karaoke machine. And one day, a vocal coach came as like a guest to the music room, and she saw me sing, and we talked. And I was probably like 8 or 9. And after camp, she flagged my dad down in the car line and was like, "Your daughter needs to be in vocal lessons. I usually don't take kids under 10, but she's itching to be on stage. She's dying to sing. I know she is." And my dad's like, "Yeah, I mean, she loves to sing." And she's like, "No, no, no. She needs to come to vocal lessons. Like, trust me." And I was like, "Okay, sure." So then I started off, singing on her little microphone in her living room. And then 2 years later, I was in the studio with Narada Michael Walden, who has produced Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, and I was singing in the same studio that like Mariah Carey and Regina Belle burned their records on.
That's
At
amazing.
It's called the Vortex because it's like you feel this energy when you step onto this red carpet in the center of the room. You're like, okay, I'm here. And
I
I
got
started off.
chills thinking about it.
It was, I mean, I was 10, so I like knew the names, and some of the names I like didn't know. I was like, "Oh, there's a picture of this guy with the president. He must be like important." And I grew up kind of just under his wing and under my vocal coach's wing. And I sang in his like holiday shows and spring shows every year. And eventually, I turned 18 and wanted to go to college, and I had him do a testament to my artistry and to growing up basically with him and in his care. And now I'm in my second year of college. I'm 20. I'm making singles on my own in my dorm room in LA, and I'm studying for a degree in business and digital music production. Unless like a label wants to come and scoop me up, then I'll drop out, and I'll come back to
There's a
school
big
later.
hint there for you labels, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that you're doing the business and the digital. Like, I feel like, so a lot of artists, they focus solely on the music, which I get, you're a creative, but I think it's so important in this era for you to have a solid business background and kind of know how to do your own thing, produce and get stuff out there in the right way, because streaming is where it's been at. And so in order to do that, you really kind of have to know a lot of different areas of the business.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's initially I wanted to do a music business degree because I go to a school that has this really great program where you can design your own major. But then I decided, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's just do a business degree, and I know my emphasis will be music, and my teachers will know it's music because I'm writing songs in the middle of class. So, but it helps you understand the material, so it's like a win-win situation.
I mean, I think it's fascinating too in this day and age. Eh, what was COVID like for you? Did you, obviously you've been performing and doing things for such a long time. Did you figure out how to maneuver through 2020 and what was your 2021 like?
Yeah, 2020 was full of a lot of firsts, for sure. It was difficult because I'm performance heavy, so I really like performing. Like right before COVID, I was involved in 5 different shows, and none of them ended up happening, of course. But that was like my lifeline, was doing shows through high school and through NARDA and through different programs at my high school and getting ready for college, and all that just went completely out the window, and I was left with myself, a keyboard that I barely knew how to use, and a pen and paper. And I was like, I'm gonna have to write now. So I dedicated a lot of time to songwriting and I honed that craft and got really comfortable with it because I had really only become comfortable songwriting 2 years prior to COVID because one of my high school teachers forced me to. He's like, no more covers, only originals now. So I got comfortable with that and with creating things on my own, and it was really about independence. And now 2021 is a reflection of that. And I'm still learning. I'm still writing as much as I can, but I feel more comfortable in sharing it with people other than one of my friends or my parents or just Narda. It's like I'm comfortable with sharing it with the world. I can 3 years ago, I wouldn't have just thrown up a random thing I wrote on my Instagram story, but now I do it all the time.
Well, I think
So
that's good. That allows the audience to really see what you're going through as you're going through it. And I want to ask, because I asked this of all of the artists that come on, where do you draw from? You're 20, so you've got some experience there, but is it always personal? Is it always something that happened to you? Or when you're creating one of your babies, which is what your songs are, I think, are you pulling from something you saw on the news or TV or TikTok, or where do you get the inspiration from?
yeah, I always pull from my own life and my own experiences, even though I am limited to 20 years, because I feel like it really feels my authenticity. And growing up, I thought that every song released ever was written by that artist and it was about something going on in their life. And when I realized that that's not necessarily true, it kind of took away some magic from me. I'm like, wait, Snoop Dogg isn't rolling down the street and sipping gin and juice. Like I thought that's what was happening. And so that's why I try to make sure that there aren't other little kids that feel kind of like disappointed if they hear my music and there's something that's disingenuous. And of course, like there are gonna be times where maybe someone else will write a song for me, or I totally tweak stuff and exaggerate things and throw in details that aren't real just to add a little pizzazz to a story. But I try to keep it true to like myself and my experiences so that I can give an audience like the delivery that they deserve.
I love it. All right, tell me
Mhm.
before you perform, because I'm super excited to hear you perform. ABC, always be confident. Where did that come from, and what does that mean? Why did you choose that as the title of your show here?
Yeah, that actually came from my dad. So I ever since I can remember, my dad would always tell me before my first day of kindergarten, before my first elementary school variety show, before televised shows with Narda and Ronnie Spector, he would say the exact same thing. ABC, always be confident. And he's like, it's really that easy. It's just, you fake it or you feel it one way or another. As long as you are confident, everyone else is going to believe you. And that's what I take every day going into, a tough day at my part-time job or going into a test that I didn't study for. It's something that I carry with me everywhere. And I'm really, really grateful for him and that little message I keep with me. It was my quote in my 5th grade yearbook, my high school yearbook, and still now.
I love it. All right. So I'm going to take myself off again, and we're going to listen to you perform. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to sing and any background you want. And then Camille Rose, you can take it away.
Yeah, so the song I'm gonna be performing is a cover. It's "Creep," but I'm doing a version that is inspired by Postmodern Jukebox, specifically Haley Reinhart. I really, really love her version, and it was the song that made me step out as a performer throughout high school and was kind of like something I always had in my back pocket that I could, depend on, and it got me into college, so
I
that's a
love it.
great
I
thing.
love this song so much. So I'm excited to hear your version. All right, Camille, it's all you.
Alright. Just make sure that you can hear everything just fine. Mhm. 1 second. Alrighty. When you were here before, and look you in the eye, you're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You feel like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special, but I'm a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. Want to have control. I want the perfect body. I want the perfect soul. And I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. Yeah, I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. No. She's running now. I said she's running now. She run, run, run. I said she runs. I said she runs. Oh, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. It's so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I said it, I will. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Thank you.
Oh my God. Wow. So I take myself off, which if you watch, the audience knows this. What if you're bad? Nobody wants to see my face. That's a little secret. That was amazing. I actually put everything down and just listened. You have such a beautiful voice. It's so deep, like deeper. I feel like you've got a deeper voice than I expected from you. And it just has so much feeling and soul to it. I love that version. That song is truly an amazing song. And your spin on it was great. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely wonderful. All right. So thank you for coming on and performing. Where is the best way for them to find you, follow you? Listen, these are artist people. Download your music, buy your music, do more things, buy whatever it is, follow where you're at. How can they do that, Camille?
Yeah, so my Instagram, as you can see, which is rolling across the bottom, is where I have all of my recent music, my past music, upcoming announcements, anything that you want to like go stalk and look at from the past is on there as well. There is a link in my bio on that account too that has my Spotify profile, my Apple Music profile. I have 4 singles that are available on all major streaming platforms for streaming or for purchasing on iTunes. And I just released a song a few months ago called Cruise that it has a music video coming out in a few weeks. So
Nice.
that'll come out on my Instagram and YouTube as well.
Fantastic. All right. Reach out to me. We tagged Camille. Reach out to her. You can go to Instagram. Her account is down there at the.Camille Rose. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing and putting up with all the technology issues. Come back anytime. Your voice is absolutely a gift. I really, really enjoyed that so much, Camille.
Thank you so much for having me, Ted. This was so fun. Regardless of
Fun.
technical issues, that's a byproduct of COVID times, right?
That's what we do. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Camille. You all have a great one. Support our creatives like Camille. It's so important for them to be able to continue and do their dream and live their dream. And one of the ways that you can support her is to buy her music, download her music, stream her music, get involved. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks again, Camille. Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.